While the rest of the country is seeing strong tax collections thanks to high employment, 2 states are feeling the pain this tax season. Let's get to Robert Frank with those details. Robert.
Good morning, Melissa. Well, signs of a white-collar recession starting to hit the tax revenue of New York and California. California tax collections falling 4% over the past year. New York down about 1%. The rest of all the states are up 11%. New York and California down more than 10% from their peak last year. Of course, the falling stock market and the decline in tech wealth partly to blame here, reducing capital gains revenue. But the big worry right now is that withholding taxes are also falling. Dan Clifton at Strategist says that unemployment is rising in both states, especially among high-income workers who, of course, pay more taxes. Bonus income also falling. Wall Street bonuses down 26% this year. And wealth flight, as the high-income taxpayers who moved out during the pandemic, that may start to show up on the tax rolls. Political pressure growing in both states to raise taxes on the wealthy. A tax-the-rich takeover of Albany last week urged the governor to raise taxes on those making more than $5 million a year. So far, the governor has resisted, but the state is projecting budget deficits growing to $6 billion by 2027. California looking at a deficit of over $22 billion. And guys, that comes only 6 months after California reported a surplus of $100 billion. So this is changing very fast.
How much revenue would be raised if that tax for $5 million and over goes into effect?
They haven't scored it yet. And of course, it depends on how many people leave. You know, we had 1,400 people who earn more than $25 million leave in 2021. That's the latest year available. That comes after 2,000 of them left the year before. We don't have the numbers from last year. But this is a big question. If you raise it more, how many will leave, and how much wealth creation will we have, unlike 2021, coming in the next year or two?
Yeah, Robert, I haven't kept track of which states and how many actually did tax cuts because they found themselves with surpluses a couple of years ago, but was California among those?
They gave tax rebates up to $1,000 per person, and there are over 27 states that passed some form of more permanent tax cuts, and so far they haven't had to revisit those. Most states still have a surplus. Most states, including Illinois, are still looking to figure out what to do with that extra money. But as the federal aid that they got during COVID starts to run out, they too might start having questions and problems on the budget side.
For sure. Very likely to happen. Robert, thanks so much.